هذا القرآن يوحدنا لطريق الخير يوجهنا الله تعالى.
Kaf, Ha, Ya, Ain, Sad. According to the people of Mecca, the Prophet ﷺ was unlettered. How did he know the names of the letters? Who taught him the names of the letters? The names of the letter. You know, Al-Baladhuri, rahimahullah, says, Imam Baladhuri says that at that time in Mecca, or I'm sorry, not in Mecca, in the whole Arabian Peninsula, there was only 13, maybe 19 people maximum who could read or write, who could read letters or write them. The Arabian Peninsula is today, what, 9 countries or so? It's only 13, or let's say maximum 19 people who could read or write letters. How did he know? And no one taught him what the names of the letters are. That's the whole point. The one who taught him the letters is the creator of everything, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So don't be surprised. Al-Quran al-Kareem starts off by trying to tell them, instigate something in their mind. Understand that this person who you think is unlettered, you think he doesn't know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala taught him. So he knows Kaf. How did he know it? Who taught him that? No one taught him. Yeah, Allah did, the one who sent him. إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ نِدَاءً خَفِيًّا. When he called unto his Lord, but in secret. Allah says, إِذْ نَادَى. Nada, he called out, as if he's calling on something urgent to someone. Help me, come help me now. Someone, come help me. But he's not calling unto a human being, he's calling to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but in secret. That's his state with Allah Jalla Jalaluhu. Oftentimes we do the mechanical worship, and because our worship became so ritual rather than spiritual, it became mechanical, we don't have time for dua. And if we do dua, we just do the ritual dua after the salah. Ya Rabbi, and that's why Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, in the authentic narration, he says, Ad-du'a wal-ibadah. Ad-du'a is the worship. And another Hasan narration, that first one is sahih, Hasan narration, Ad-du'a mukhul ibadah. Ad-du'a is the brain of ibadah. Take your time when you are alone and no one is there with you to talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in your dua. That's what munajah is. This is what Zakaria was doing. إِذْ نَادَى رَبَّهُ نِدَاءً خَفِيًّا. And therefore when Zakaria alayhi salam is making dua, he says, I have never been disappointed in making dua to you or calling you Allah, because when I call you believing in you fully, trusting you fully. But I am making my dua for you. I would like this. If you know that this is good for me, granted, then I am happy. If you know that this is not good for me, then don't grant it, and I am happy, because I know whatever you grant is the best for me. So I have never been disappointed in calling upon you. It's about me and you. It's not about what you grant. I have never been disappointed calling you. See, I and you. I have never been disappointed calling you. I have never been disappointed calling you. You. It doesn't matter what's in between, because there should be nothing in between I and you. وَإِنِّي خِفْتُ الْمَوَالِيَ مِنْ وَرَائِي وَكَانَتِ امْرَأَتِي عَاقِرًا فَهَبْ لِي مِنْ لَدُنْكَ وَلِيًّا. Habli means gift. Give me a gift. Why give me a gift? Because there is no way I have these things. I cannot do it. It cannot come from me. I am almost dead, my wife cannot bear children, all these things. There is no way. This has to be something from out. It cannot be, it's like someone that's bringing you something from outside, giving it to you. It's not from me, there's no way this can happen. I understand that. So the only way, Ya Allah, that I can have a child, that if you give it a gift, I don't know how, you give it a gift. Because I cannot do it. My wife is, in fact, from the beginning cannot bear children. So, end the story. It has to be hiba, or gift, present. That's the only thing. Present is something that you don't count on. Someone from their own means, they give you something, right? Not your means. Your means, you don't have it. So, again, all these things are so we can swim in the Quranic atmosphere, so we can taste. We want to taste. We want to live. We don't want to just read. And that's why another ayah, Ibrahim says, Alhamdulillah alladhi wahaba li ala al-kibari Ismail. Alhamdulillah alladhi wahaba li. Ibrahim also was old, right? Remember? And Allah gave him Ismail. What does he say? Alhamdulillah alladhi wahaba, habli, wahab, gift. It's because it's impossible for me to have. وحنانا من لدنا وزكاة وكان تقيا وبرا بوالديه ولم يكن جبارا عصيا وسلام عليه يوم ولد ويوم يموت ويوم يبعث حيا. So these three ayahs, 13 through 15, they're talking now. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us about Yahya. Hanan means tenderness. The word wahananan. Why is Allah saying wahananan here the first thing? Let me ask you this. Young parents, those of you who are young parents, you know you have born children, you give them lots of love. If you're 100 and some years old, you need someone to give you love, because you can't do anything yourself. You can barely even eat yourself. Zakaria, his wife, were in excess of that. It seems like, at least in that range, they cannot give tenderness because they themselves are almost dying. So who is going to give then Sayyidina Yahya alayhi salam tenderness? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ya Yahya, if we, Allah takes care of his awliya. Allah gave Zakaria and his wife a child. He's not going to let them like this. He will help them. They cannot provide that love for that baby to grow. Allah will provide it. وَحَنَانًا, therefore Allah says, وَحَنَانًا مِن لَدُنَّا. See the ayah? حَنَانًا مِن لَدُنَّا. Hanan, or love and tenderness, from us. The meaning of the ayah.
إِذَا تُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ آيَةُ الرَّحْمَنِ. When the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is read, they fall down into sajda and they start weeping. Ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is trying to show the contrast between those people who claim that they hold these prophets in high esteem and then doing something completely opposite what the prophets say, but also how the spirituality of the prophet, it was so subtle, latif, that they used to be moved. They used to be moved by the mere acoustic of the Quran ayat. It used to quiver, the hearts used to quiver, it used to tremble. And we can do that as well. Equip yourself with knowledge and spirituality in order to cry. And in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, in the hadith of Ibn Majah, the Prophet ﷺ says, Utlul Qur'ana wabku. Read the Quran and cry. فَإِلَّمْ تَبْكُوا فَتَبَاكُوا. If you can cry, then at least try to cry. The prayer is the one direct link which is linking the temporary to the transcendent. When we sever this connection, everything else comes in. وَاتَّبَعُوا الشَّهَوَاتِ. وَاتَّبَعُوا الشَّهَوَاتِ. Following our whims is a consequence of leaving prayer. It is also a cause of not giving zakat. Consequence of leaving prayer, they start basically going into fulfilling their whims and shahawat and going into the dunya. And as a result of going into the dunya, they stop giving zakat because they need to pay their bills and they need to pay for their perks and as the poet says, Ya imarat bani hai sood ke e mere murabbi. ये इमारत बनी है सूद के ए मेरे मुरब्बी और उस पे लिखा है हाज़ा मिन फज़्ल रब्बी।
قلوبنا